Look out the window. A good exercise. One of the best places to find all this hidden potential within you is in front of a window. Looking out at the world at some point during the day is like making a deal with yourself. Looking out the window, letting your vision disappear into the glass is not as a waste of time. Sometimes, when you look beyond this threshold, you don't actually try to look at the outside world. What you might be trying to do is use its reflection to do some retrospection. You use it to help you look inward and find new opportunities for yourself. In reality, there are not many mental exercises as healthy as this one. If you are familiar with Edward Hopper's work, you will surely remember all his paintings of a lonely woman looking out the window. In some, she looks out from a hotel room or a bed or a cafe, etc. The picture is always the same. A female gaze goes out over the glass, miles away from the room she is in. It is not always easy to tell the difference between thinking and looking out the window. Wallace Stevens. Not many paintings have sparked as much mystery as these. What are they looking at? The answer is simple: everything and nothing at the same time. Hopper was an expert in creating moods and atmospheres. He knew how to convey emotions that are difficult to define. Light, shapes, colors, it was all there to make us feel a certain way. That is why he so often placed windows near his persons. Windows are gateways to the human mind. They are an indispensable resource for so many dreamers out there. They are also important for people who need a break after a stressful day, so they lean their head against the glass of the train windows. It is in those moments that we begin to daydream and give our brain some form of relief, freedom, and well-being. Look out the window. An exercise in introspection. If you go to an elementary school or high school classroom, you won't have a hard time finding a student looking out the window. They are absent, disconnected from their surroundings. At the same time, they are connected to the wanderings of their minds and their daydreams. Instead of getting rid of this behavior, the older we get, we actually do it with more excitement. But that does not mean that it is seen in a positive light. Looking out the window is synonymous with unproductivity. It means that you are not there at the moment, that you are not dealing with your responsibilities. Admit it, there probably aren't many instances where you allow yourself to wander around to see what's going on inside your head. That's because when you do, you stop moving, stop creating, and stop performing. In a society focused on results, this is a big problem. Maybe that's why looking out the window is something most of us prefer to do when we're alone. It means letting your eyes rest on a bridge between two places. But your goal is not to look out, not to see what is going on in the world outside. What is the purpose? It's like a backwards journey. You are not interested in what is out there because you are already abundantly familiar with it. Traffic, crowds, a city wrapped in the same old routines, etc. Your brain pulls you like an anchor into the deepest depths and pulls you out into the sea. It is in this place that you engage in a great exercise for your psychological and emotional health. We live in a world obsessed with productivity. you are quite aware of that. Perhaps this is why so many people have forgotten the enormous potential of daydreaming. Sometimes the most important things or the biggest decisions come from looking at a window. It's almost as if your mind is staging a rebellion and making you do something different. It's also like getting in touch with your wisest, but hidden self and listening to what it has to say. Windows. The places that allow you to daydream. Experts in the psychology of creativity such as Scott Barry Kaufman and Jerome L. Singer refer to this in an article in Psychology Today. They say that in today's world, daydreaming still carries a huge stigma. If you look out the window for half an hour instead of working on your computer, then you are lazy. The same two psychologists even did a study on this. They found that 80% of companies, like Adobe, believe that you can increase creativity through continuous work and activity. So anyone who decides to take a break, to grab a cup of coffee and stare out the window, just can't handle the pressure, they're not productive. In today's world, we still associate movement with performance and inactivity with laziness. But we need to change these old, rusty ways of understanding the world. Daydreaming means hunting for all the hidden wonders of your own brain. It means training your mind to expand even further through introspection, curiosity, symbolism and imagination. Find your inner potential. One of the best places to find all this hidden potential within you is in front of a window. Looking out at the world at some point during the day is like making a deal with yourself. It is like crossing the threshold of an inner world that many of us neglect. It is also a place we don't tend to take care of because the outside world demands too much from us. Today's society wants us all to be in a state of hyperconnectivity, focused on all the endless stimuli out there. So learn to set your own limits and sit in front of a window once in a while. Look into the reflection where you can find your dreams, your inner beauty and a world full of endless possibilities.